Greetings, Benjamin J. from Ben's Trains with another in the series. Well, a follow-up on that 1666 that arrived today, or that I picked up today, I should say. Anyway, I found this in an antique store in St. Louis. I've replaced the wheel and the light bulb and done a bit of judicious lubrication and cleaning. As you see, it is up and running. That's running really well. Good bright headlight now. Like I said, it's really surprising that bulb that came out of there worked, but it's so dim, and it's about 3 times the size of the one that I put in there. It's a huge light bulb. Anyway, as you see, this is up and running. So replaced that wheel, replaced a gear as well. Had one chipped tooth. Very likely from that wheel moving back and forth on the axle. So anyway, replaced the gear. It ran fine without it, but I figured since I had the wheel off, might as well go ahead and do it. A couple of drops of oil, a new light bulb, replaced that wheel. We're up and running. This thing's running absolutely splendidly, forward and reverse. So 20 bucks, really difficult to beat that, especially since there was no shipping involved. Anyway, this thing's been sitting there. They had a lot of trains out today, but the prices were just absolutely ridiculous. You know, a Lionel 1666, $200. A Marx 994 and 3 cars, $75. So I found a lot of that. It was just pointless in even talking to the people. First stop this morning, I found a 898 and a 2018, and I figured I could get them both for 40 bucks. So the 2018 did not have a price on it. It was missing the front truck, and it's obvious that it had not moved in decades, years and years and years. Anyway, she called the owner. He wanted $60 for it, so I passed on both of them. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff you usually encounter in antique stores. And I'm sure this guy would have stuck to that 30 bucks until I pointed out the fact the wheels were falling off. You know, I never understand that about antique stores. They have stuff priced so high no one is ever going to buy it, and yet they never reduce the price to sell it. It just sits there year after year after year. Anyway, it just seems pointless in having a store where you have things priced so high no one's ever going to buy them. Anyway, I just wanted to do a follow-up video on this 1666. Always fun to get a new locomotive, especially when you can get one cheap. You know, as I always stress, if you have a way to pull the wheels and press them back on again, a supply of parts, you can fix anything you can find. So that repair took, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, with a bit of diligent oiling that I did. So its first trip around the rail with its new wheel, it's up and running. This is without a traction tire. It's pulling this consist with no problem at all. That's right at, I don't know, 35, 40% power, something like that. Good bright headlight, working E-unit. So all I really had to do is literally pull that wheel off with my fingers and replace it. Press the new wheel on, we're up and running. So this thing needs to run, so that's what I'm going to do with it now. The next hour or so. Run it forward, run it reverse, oil it occasionally, make sure everything's working. No problem so far. Anyway, it's pretty basic. It's not a smoker, but it was worth 20 bucks. The parts in it alone are worth more than that. The shell is worth more than that. So, just want to do a follow-up video. Don't overlook the jump. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, benstrains@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.